I don't think that's amusing to watch Diddy being drugged through the ringer like that, man. It's something inside of me as a young melanated person, just like that dude, that doesn't see anything amusing about him being drugged through the grinder like that, bruh. You know, it's almost reflective of what can happen to me. You know, it's like we watch him today, but then if one of us do something wrong, the same thing can be done to us. Or we may not even do anything wrong. They may just want to tear you down for the influence that you have. And you could be done the same way. So I don't think it's very wise of people to be reporting on that and making jokes and stuff, dude. Because you're one mistake away from being done the same way. They don't care about you. It reminds me of this one thing. Y'all remember how on the plantation?
Hey yo, baby D, get your little ass over here on the mic, man. Show these other little niggas they can't fuck with the Dangerous Crew, man. Spit that shit.
Shit on gold chain, gold glasses, prime time like Dion.
Hey, can't do the Quan, do the Dion. You hear me?
He don't speak on me, I don't compete with a peon. Flying a bundle like my name was Dion.
Process called breaking a buck. You know, where they will find the biggest, baddest slave that's been getting out of order, right? They would humiliate him in front of the whole plantation, in front of his wife, his kids, all that. It's called breaking the buck. All right, now what breaking the buck is, right? You getting out of order as a slave, right? They would punish you. First, they will whip you, beat you real bad. Then they'll chop down a tree, right? After they chop down that tree, they will pull off your garments. And they would actually whoop you with sticks, switches, whatever they had back then. They even stick shit up a slave ass. They will humiliate the hell out of you. I mean, you wouldn't even feel the same after some shit like that happened. They would break you down to where you felt like nothing in front of your wife and in front of all the slaves. They would break you down. And then they would commence to defiling you, which they would rape you in the ass. Yes, they did this to male slaves. And the reason they call it breaking a buck, because they figured you were that buck they had to break. You were that one that wasn't listening. You wasn't getting enough cotton. You wasn't doing what master said. You know.
You see that? That's what that reminds me of, bro. It reminds me of like being on the plantation and you get one of the biggest, the most influential, the most masculine and dominant slaves on the plantation, and you make an example out of him in front of everybody. Like they got Diddy on every platform. You go on YouTube, everybody's talking about it. TMZ's talking about it. All the news stations. I came home one day from work and just turned the TV on, and everybody from LA to New York to freaking Miami was talking about what was going on with Diddy. It's like public humiliation. It's like being whipped in front of the whole plantation. The owners of the plantations from nearby came, the daughters of the slave owners. Everybody in the world has come out to see this black man that's the biggest buck. Everybody know Diddy. Diddy he's captivated the world, man, ever since he was a young boy. You know what I'm saying? With his first record label being started, bro. And you take somebody with prestige and respectability like that, and you just completely just pull his pants down in front of everybody first, and you know, tell him that he's this type of person. You know, he doesn't have morality. He's a fun boy. You feel me? Then after you tell him he's a fun boy, then you take all his clothes down, pull his clothes off him, and then you tie him to a tree and you whip him real bad. Whip his kids. You know, snatch his kids from him. Now they got the kids on the news with handcuffs on and stuff. That's the equivalent of taking your kids from you on the plantation, sending them somewhere else and saying, hi, I got your kids, what you gonna do about it? You can't do nothing. You gotta take off on your jet or whatever. You feel me? Like, I can't, for the life of me, I can't watch that video, bro. Because at any moment, that can happen to me. Just because I have a voice. I'm not afraid to voice my opinion about things. You feel me? Like, if you watch my past 3 videos, I think it was one of my 3rd videos from on back, fuck, they fucking sent somebody to my house to check my temperature. Hey man, what's up with you? What you on, bro? Alright, we're gonna figure out your schedule, so if you get too fly at the mouth, we'll knock you off. You know, like, that shit ain't far-fetched from a young brother that, you know, exudes ambition, not afraid to chase his destiny. A lot of people just stay in their place and, oh Lord, I ain't gonna say too much, but man, come on, y'all. I mean, you fucking live once. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't waste your whole life being a submissive sucker, man. You feel me? And for y'all suckers that's always reporting on the downfall of people and celebrity gossip, man, y'all some cowards, bro. You ain't using your voice for nothing but to gossip like a woman. You ain't saying nothing. You on here making jokes of it and shit, making fun jokes about the man's current situation. You's a real coward, bro. Oh God, you's a real coward, man. Y'all some gossipy ass little men that act like women, G. Y'all some suckers, man. I don't care what the man did, bro. I can't sit there and watch a man get whipped in front of me tied to a tree. That's not amusement for me, bro. That's not. You making fun of that shit, bro. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You one step away. Now, should we do the same thing to you when they come for you because you grow too much? You know what I'm saying? We don't know if this is Diddy was talking back to them people about the liquor. I heard something about, oh, he didn't want to cooperate with the liquor company. You know what I'm saying? He didn't feel like he was getting the same push, but blah, blah, blah. Okay, so if he voiced his opinion about not feeling treated fairly about, you know, promotion and marketing, and then he turned his back and say, no, I'm not promoting your shit no more because you ain't promote mine. They turn around and do this to him? Or what if that was you? What if you went into business with some of these people and you said, hey man, you ain't promote me right. And you said, nah, I'm just gonna do my own thing. And they did that to you, bro. It wouldn't be funny then. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be careful, bro. I don't want to see that, man. I haven't watched one video about no Diddy getting arrested and running for his life, G. Luckily, he had enough fucking money to be able to board a jet. Hopefully, he can get away and go where Russell Simmons is. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere where you can't be extradited. I don't wish that on no black man. G. They did the same thing to Bill Cosby. Pulled out one of the most respected black men in our community and whipped him in front of the whole plantation, the whole world, and put it on public display. Yeah, see what we do to him? He's 150 years old, and we'll still pull him out and lock him up, throw him in the fucking cell. You know what I'm saying? If this was Django, they would have threw him in that little box that's underground where they had, what's the woman name? You know the woman. Yeah, man. Kerry Washington, under the ground, naked, inside a box. That's what they did to Bill Cosby. They did the same thing to R. Kelly. They still got kills in there. Pull out one of our biggest respected R&B artists. Whip him in front of everybody. Whoopsh. You feel me? That's what I get from these type of situations. That's why you never hear me talk about these. Because it hits too close to home, bro. It's like whipping a person, man, in front of everybody, man. But, yeah, I ain't gonna beat a dead horse. It is what it is, man. Y'all some real suckers for reporting on that man like that, man. Regardless of what he did, no black man should be making amusement out of his situation. Yeah. He ain't even do nothing bad to no black women. The little girl he was having freak offs with, she was like mixed or some shit, right? Like Latino or something. Might have been selfish. All of us could be a little selfish, taking people masters and shit, but goddamn, does that justify getting whipped in front of the world? And whew, man, it's sad, bro. It's sad. The things that he did to the artists, it ain't no different than what other record labels do with these little deals that they put you in and you end up broke like TLC. So why is this man get shamed so bad? He's just a victim of the industry that he was brought up in. He went to freaking Howard, HBCU, and then he learned the business from other people that were in the business. Same thing with a lot of record labels. You know what I'm saying? You hear the same thing about Cash Money. How they don't be paying you all your money. Well, these are things that they're taught in the industry. Like Baby said, man, I ain't know nothing about that shit, bro. I was like 20 years old with all the millions of dollars like that, bro. And this is what people are giving me advice to do. So, don't be so hard on our brothers, G. You feel me? The things that he did, allegedly, with Meek Mill and shit, these are things that the big wigs do to them. You know, they make them do things like that. So the brother's just a product of his environment. When you get in a den of thieves or snakes, you'll come out the same way. You gotta, in Rome, become a Roman. You know, he was just trying to survive in the industry, man. But god damn it, is he getting whipped in front of everybody, man. Damn. Go back and watch that clip that's at the beginning of this video. That's exactly what's happening to Diddy right now, man. He's being ravished right now in front of everybody, man. Feel so bad for that brother, dog. Because any one of us could be there today or tomorrow. They could do it to you on your job. Fire your ass. You could be one of the best workers. They turn around and fire you. That's a public lynching. It's a public whipping. You gotta come up out of this system, dog. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's so imperative that you guys come back to obeying God, man. Praying, repenting for your sins, stopping all the sinning that you're doing, man, so we can come up out of this punishment. So these people won't continue to have dominion to be able to do these things to us. God will be back in control. You know, they say it's the only thing that we waiting on, for everybody to come back on one accord and repent and claim that God is their salvation, G. Stop doing all this sinning. But as long as you sinning, the curse that we up under is still gonna remain on us, and we're gonna keep on seeing things like this happen to Diddy, man, and other people like us, because they still in control of us until we come back to God. So please come back to God, man, so we can get out of this. I'm talking to you, bro. If you still doing wrong, please stop, bro. Please. If not, you'll be one of the 2/3 that's gonna perish. You know what I'm saying? But please save yourself, G. Alright, I'm out. I'm going to work. Peace.